that comes out of the grant money that's
Is that
supposed
the
to.
CDBG grant?
I don't know the exact. I mean, I have them written down, but I don't know the exact titles because there's so many of them.
Okay.
But the fact of the matter is that when you look at the audits, and it shows how much money that's unaccounted for. And that's the part that I'm focusing on in terms of a oversight, because when they go do the audit and they say, well, this money's supposed to have gone here, but 5 million didn't go, or 20 million didn't go. So now they come back and they actually ask the mayor and Jack Young, why is it, and this, you can Google it, the audit report is there. They ask them, why is it that every year millions of dollars come up missing? And their response was, well, I keep telling them, you know, they need to get it right, and I don't know what's going on. And the mayor said, we're going to get it right next year. No, we're going to get it right the next election and get y'all up out of there, because this is going on over a year, because we don't have anybody to oversight that. Once the mayor get her budget, and once the money come in, it goes to those areas, and nobody's regulating the people, finding out what they're doing with the money. The woman, Miss Molly, of the Department of Social Service. The Department of Social Service. She's stealing millions of welfare. No, she's gone now. Matter of fact, she's ready to be under indictment. But I think last year they did an audit, just a pop-up audit, found out that millions and millions of dollars that she was taking, and she's the director, millions and millions of dollars that she's taking from welfare children. Her homegirl and her homeboy hooked up a nonprofit, and she was funneling the money through the nonprofit. And these are the type of things that was going on, and they just so happen to have a random audit. But if you have an audit every year, these are the type of things that we're going to catch. And it's a lot of money that, and Baltimore have a lot of money.
Yeah.
Maryland is the richest state. We get a lot of money. It's just that the money is not equally distributed, and it's a lot of corruption that's going on, simply because we don't have an oversight. And that's one of the things that I'm definitely going to be high on, is oversight, because a lot of that money we could take to revitalize a lot of these neighborhoods. And we don't have to continue to beg the federal government or the state. Just take the money that we have and make sure that they don't steal it.
Yeah, that's a lot of money, millions.
So with an oversight, make sure the kids get their money to go to the schools instead of they were supposed to go to the casinos. The casino money was supposed to be going to the schools, but with an oversight, make sure that the money goes to the schools like as it was advertised.
Right now, the money, we're going to put together oversight for that. But the money with the school system, what was going on with that was prior to 2006, our last election. So it was on the ballot about the money going for the schools. What our politicians lied to us about, they didn't tell us, is that before it was on the ballot, the last election, 2018 election, they didn't tell us that the money from the casinos was going into the general fund in the name of the school. But once it got into the general fund, they did whatever they want, so it never went to the schools. So on the ballot box of 2000, and it was approved
with the lockbox.
With the lockbox. So now, when the money from the casinos, they're no longer going to the general fund, it goes into the lockbox. So now, we're getting the money for the schools that we need. But another problem that we have in Baltimore City, and it's not complicated once you understand it, but it's complicated if you don't understand. So right now, we're under this thing called a Thornton Plan. And the way the Thornton Plan works is that we get money from the state. We get a lot of money from the state to go to the school system. Baltimore City gives a certain amount of money to the school system. But this is what the problem is with the Thornton program, is that when Baltimore property value goes up, the state do not have to give us that much money, simply because they saying if your property value is going up, the tax revenue from that could go toward the school system. But the problem with that is, when the state don't give us money and the property value go up, the money from the property value that's supposed to come to us, we give it away in tax breaks.
Exactly.
Right.
Oh, okay.
So the developers get the tax breaks that's developing all the property that's going up, but we don't get any of that money back because of the crazy amount of tax breaks. So